As I've been writing since I started homeschooling, I've been writing, and pretty much every Wednesday night I would write in a blog. And I realized over the course of maybe 10 years that I was writing about the 5 same things over and over and over. And one of the most significant things, really a puzzle piece for a happy homeschool mom life, is to, bolster her relationships, make her feel more connected with her kids, with the most important people in her life. So that could be her partner, or it could be a best friend, or it could be her parents, or whoever. But she wanted connection, and I saw that was really important to me. I kept writing about it, but I didn't actually write about I really want ... What I said was I don't really want certain things that are happening in my relationships, and I would speak about it. Like, for instance, and I've heard this in this group just recently, one mom said, I just am tired of feeling so impatient with my kids. Do you relate? Do you not relate? I would like to hear how you've overcome that if you actually don't relate. Because hands down, I don't know about you, but when somebody says in the grocery store or some random place, I couldn't homeschool because I'm not patient enough. I don't know what your reaction was or is, but I know mine was always like, oh, darn, is that supposed to be a prerequisite? Because that's a problem, right? Okay, so I know I just recently heard in this group from one mom that you feel impatient too, that's your default. And that's completely understandable. It's a rather saturating lifestyle. It's an amazing one. It provides so many opportunities in so many ways. I won't even count the ways because you know them. But also, it can be next level challenging to be patient. And so today, and there's so many other reasons actually that you might actually be struggling in your relationships beyond patience. And I know that. Name the reason. There's so many possible reasons, but I thought today what I could do is offer you a little simple mini assessment whether you are challenged in your relationships and whether you need to bolster your boundaries. So you might want to grab a journal and a pen and write these down or respond to them. Write down the ones that feel especially troubling right now. So here's the first one. Where do you think you need to establish boundaries? Like, if you are checking out this video in this group and you're like, okay, what is it she's talking about? I want to know what she's talking about. What's the first thing that you think you might be challenged around boundaries and relational challenges that you have? Who is the person that you identify having a boundary challenge with? Now, I just want to enter the idea that it actually could be you. Like, we have this thing where we get so saturated with all the things that are going on. We're not meeting our needs, and we don't feel supported by other people. And so we feel really intense at times, and we lose our stuff with our kids, and we feel guilty. I think that is a healthy form of guilt. Not that I want people to feel bad or feel guilty. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel guilty. But there's certain things that, you can't put your hand on a stove and not have pain. And the same thing is if you're losing your stuff with your kids all day long, or often enough that you're feeling repeatedly guilty, then you need to create a plan to address that thing, because guilt is there really to help you not do the thing that is not making you feel good. So who is the person that you're having a boundary challenge with? Do you hate letting people down? Is that a real challenge for you, where you are just like, if somebody asks me to do something, I got to do it? Or do you routinely feel like you have to keep the peace? You're the peacemaker. Do you feel burned out? Do you say yes when you really don't want to do something? Do you avoid speaking up and saying what you really think? Do you feel guilt when caring for yourself? Now, that's an area that I would say that's probably a false guilt, taking care of yourself. So do you feel guilty if you're taking care of yourself or doing things for yourself? Do you struggle to make decisions? Do you give too much time away to other people and not enough for yourself? Do you feel responsible for other people's happiness? Do you have time for yourself during the week? Do you build time during your day for quiet and separate time? Do you have a plan for responding to random strangers' questions about homeschooling? Or do you have a plan to address questions from family members that keep asking about your homeschool choice? Do you have a plan for how to address homeschool questions from family or friends? Do you unplug your landline during the day, if you have a landline and know what one is? Or do you turn off notifications on your device? Do you place your phone in another room while you're doing one-on-one activities with your kids or group activities with your kids? Write how you want to be spoken to and in what tone. I think this is an excellent discussion point and should probably come with, the day that you get married, or the day that you partner up with someone, or the day that you decide to have children. You should think in your head, how do I want to speak to someone? And how do I want to be spoken to? And in what tone? Super important for us to establish those thoughts beforehand. P.S. Spoiler alert. I did not think about this, but I think it would be a fabulous thing to be advised to do before you get into a serious relationship. When you have conflict, how do you want to be spoken to during conflict? And do you speak to others in that way too? We easily justify our behavior, don't we? And because we always have a reason why we did what we did. And true enough, except that the other person doesn't experience that way. So how do you want to speak to others too? How do you unkindly speak to yourself in the confines of your own mind? Have you ever actually noticed? Have you ever actually looked at how you speak to yourself? Are there mistruths that you are repeatedly telling yourself? And last, simple question, simple to ask, harder to answer, or harder to address. Do you address your needs? Are your needs met? By acknowledging these challenges, which I call boundary challenges or relational challenges, and prioritizing our needs, we can work towards healthier boundaries, and we can bolster our relationships. And frankly, we just overall feel better when we do it. We don't just feel more supported and connected, but we just overall have a better sense of well-being. I hope this simple boundary assessment is helpful for you. I would love to hear your thoughts if you want to put your comments below. And tomorrow I have, at 11 a.m. Pacific, I have space available if you want to chat with me about a boundary challenge or about a relational challenge. If you want to unpack it and look at it a little bit, we can have tea together, talk about it. You can see if you want to join me for coaching. Let's chat. I'll see you tomorrow.